It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Seahawks and the Raiders under the...
Ready to get it started here.
Preseason week 2, going to start off with the ball here.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And getting the nod here in the preseason, big opportunity for their rookie quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock
Move them
it down.
chains, Barkley.
12 yards there and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a lot of night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun. Bryant to Barkley on the check down. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Looking to throw. Bryant. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot
Gadsden's
the football
turn to move
just
them
beyond the
chains.
marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Running left, it's Barkley.
Oh, snap.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the gun on 3rd down. Bryant pass taken in by his big tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains
Njoku with the hands.
Going to be made at the Seahawks 15-yard line. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
There you go, Barkley almost got it in.
As they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. We're scoreless after 1. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Barkley will cross the line. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Bark dog with the easy running.
Down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they'll be let out by their third-year quarterback.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation. Into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. They go play action. Young. Rush coming in.
Get him.
Taken down. That winds up
down for a sack.
11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. They need 18 yards here on third down. Now Young. That is caught. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A first carry for Rachaad White. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Young to throw it. This is White on the screen. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. First down, here's White. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
There's the stiff arm. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. possession. Young. That's going to be caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Mike Evans, 33 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Second and 9. Again, it's Barkley. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the gun on third down, Bryant. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dorrance Armstrong able to get in there and drop him behind the line. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
From the gun on third down, Bryant. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
That one out wide and intercepted. And the Seahawks will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half, Young. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime.
A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Raiders forcing a 3 and out.
The opening drive of the third quarter is a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Bryant. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Now the first carry here for their running back.
And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Operating from the gun, Bryant.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They keep it on the ground. White again. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
There you go, there you go.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Now Hooker.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's a toss right side with White.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Rashad White taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Seahawks have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was Rashad White who wrapped the drive up with a touchdown run.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in.
Back now here on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Attaboy, Genty. Nice run, boy.
Great play there. 30 yards.
And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter.
If you've been waiting all day for Sunday night, it's been worth the wait. All tied here in the 4th as the kick is away.
Strong running at the 30.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Hooker now off play action.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll go up the middle with White. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Throwing. Hooker. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Gets around him. Oh, that's what an effort. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Off play action. Here's Hooker.
Complete to Washington. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Darnell Washington.
46 yards.
And the Seahawks answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Raiders heading out to take over. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something.
Drive. Throwing to start the drive. Bryant, he's going to fire one deep left sideline. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Back to throw. Bryant.
And this pass broken up.
Are you kidding me?
Excellent coverage there. As that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field.
But he had possession and 2 steps, bro. What the?
Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Raiders first down. And that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs.
Operating from the gun, Bryant.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
I'm sure as a rookie, even though this is preseason, Charles, interceptions, you got to eat at you quite a bit.
They certainly do, but here's the problem that he's confronted with. He's not the high draft pick. He's not seen as the next guy. He's got to prove himself to everyone and get noticed. So maybe instead of taking the safer throw, you press it a little bit. Try and push it downfield, try and fit into a tight window, and sometimes interceptions result.
They go play action. Here's Hooker.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Escapes the sand.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Here's 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Bryant. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Haven't heard much from him all night, but welcome to the party, making his presence felt in a big way.
They've kept him under wraps all night long, but boy, did he find a great time to bust out.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
2nd down, 8 yards to go.
Come on, Genty, get a run in, Genty.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Back to throw. Able to find Lazard.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. He's back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Lazard. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
And they'll stop it with 4 seconds showing on the clock.
God damn it.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete.